I nodded at Meri. Christine and I sat together with the kids.
It's civil war. I don't want to be accountable to this church and all their BS.
Hey, this got yucky. Connecting us as a family never really happened.
See, and I didn't really mind, and I actually would do plural marriage again for the independents.
This is why Sister Wives star Christine Brown is pursuing him for child support. Now, they will have access to all of his financial information, properties, investments, and taxes. They'll finally get answers to how he and Robyn have been living so much better than everyone else. I hope she uses the footage as evidence. He literally explained why he won't discuss the property with her. It was already over for Janelle, Christine, and Meri when Robyn entered the picture. But for Meri, it really ended when she was no longer able to have more children. When Kody tricked Meri into a divorce to legally marry Robyn, everything was set in motion. They knew exactly what they were doing. It's interesting how Robyn always talks about wanting a good relationship with her sister wives, but she never brings up anything about their financial rights after the breakups. I hope Janelle gets a lawyer. She should reclaim her share of Coyote Pass and be compensated for her contributions to Robyn's house. I really hope she does lawyer up and claims her share of the property and Robyn's house. Those two will never act fairly on their own. Guys, she's on the title of the property. It doesn't matter if she's legally married to him or not. Being on the title gives her legal standing just like him. I get that this is for drama, but Janelle needs to stop pretending like it's all in Kody's hands. It's not. Christine knows this too. She's been through it. Give me my house equity, and I'll hand over my title to Coyote Pass. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Reality Nexus X. It's me, Elena. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. However, in the latest episode, Janelle mentioned all the paintings in Robyn's McMansion. It seems so many of our theories were spot on. It's really interesting. I didn't think Kody and Robyn could look any shadier, but this season is definitely confirming a lot. I was also surprised to hear Janelle bring up all their artwork. It's interesting how Kody views them as investments, yet they clearly aren't investments meant to be shared with anyone else, considering they're all hung up at Robyn's house. What stood out to me even more was when Janelle said, paraphrasing, "I know him, I know what he said and felt about all the other wives." That's some serious tea. It was a big statement from Janelle, and she said it with a big smile too. I loved it. Imagine thinking that buying up the inventory at a casino gift shop and calling it art qualifies as an investment. I almost fell out of my chair when she mentioned the paintings. Kody and Robyn contradict themselves every time they speak. Here's a thought. Do you think Janelle would have mentioned the paintings if there were only a few instead of 30 or more?
I needed her just to go away.
As well as, wow, Robyn, you've got yourself a real winner. He goes on TV and says he just needed Meri, his first wife and the mother of one of his children, to go away. Does he really wonder why his kids don't want to talk to him? Robyn seems to be the only one who doesn't mind how he talks about the others. She better be careful. One day, it might be her he turns on. By the way, his forehead is quickly becoming a 10 head. He's so gross. Not a single redeemable thing ever comes out of his loose lips. He wanted her to leave, but not without leaving her money behind. It's funny, for someone who no longer practices the religion, he sure uses it to protect himself. He claims he can't leave the unions, only the wives can. Meri nailed it. He just doesn't want to be the bad guy, but he ends up being exactly that. I understand that the catfish situation hurt him, but when he said he should never have married her, I can't imagine how that must feel. They spent the majority of their lives with someone who never truly loved them, and the kids heard it all. I can't imagine how everyone must feel, especially when he refuses to take any accountability, but has no problem airing it all on national TV. Moreover, Sister Wives star Kody Brown has such a skewed perspective when it comes to his adult children. Kody: I got tired of speaking to Maddie because every time we talked, she was just fishing for gossip. Really, Kody? Or was Maddie just calling him out on his nonsense and he didn't like it? Kody truly seems to have a personality disorder, unable to see how his actions, or lack thereof, impact the people he's supposed to protect and support. He loves to claim, "My kids hate me because my wives lie about me." Can anyone point to a single lie they've told, either on camera or social media? These women have no reason to lie. Kody makes himself look bad all on his own. There's no need for them to make him look worse. Unfortunately, Robyn will always defend him. Her comment about Maddie being just as much at fault for their strained relationship is laughable. No matter their age, your child is still your child. If Kody really cared and wanted a relationship with the kids he's grown distant from, he'd move heaven and earth to be in their lives. He takes so much for granted. Personal note here, my husband and I want a family so badly, and we're trying so hard. It's painful to watch a man so willing to let go of all the love he could be nurturing with each of his children. Not that I want 20 kids, but you get my point, right? The only thing Kody seems to care about these days is making it to the bank in time to write a check, ensuring Robyn has enough for a new purple bedspread. Kody truly resents his children, especially the ones who don't kiss up to him. Remember when he said Maddie stopped calling him? Then he claimed he stopped talking to her because she was fishing for gossip. So which is it, Kody? Furthermore, do you think Kody is hiding assets right now? Maybe he's doing it to prepare for the upcoming custody hearing. He'll have to disclose all his finances in court, and child support will be based on that. How could he be hiding assets? What are your thoughts? Honestly, based on Robyn's spending habits, I doubt there are any assets left to hide. They might even have to sell off some of that awful artwork to come up with the money for child support. As for the claim that multiple OG siblings told Robyn's daughters, "You don't belong," or "You're not one of us," I just don't buy it. Maybe one sibling said it, but not multiple. You know what I believe, based on Robyn's behavior in the past? I think Robyn is the one who told Aurora and Brianna they didn't belong or weren't part of the Browns. Then she turned around and blamed the OG-13. Just like Robyn told her kids that the OG-13 didn't want to spend the holidays with them, was it 2020 or 2021? Or when Robyn used Kody to bully Christine and made him think Christine was a bad sister wife. When Aurora said many people told them they didn't belong, she didn't say it was the other Brown kids specifically. It made me wonder if by people, she meant those outside the family. I don't believe the story either. Aurora literally said last season that Gabe would run into her at school, hug her, and tell her he loved her. This was after her mother wrecked their lives. Now, suddenly, the story is that they were mean and said the girls didn't belong. Both Aurora and Brianna are just repeating things Robyn has said, blaming the adults for their strained sibling relationships. Those words didn't come from them. If I were one of those kids, I would have absolutely held a grudge against Robyn and her kids after everything that happened. But they didn't, and that came straight from their mouths until this season. Aurora even said just last season that she and Gabe saw each other at college and were hugging. Robyn has brainwashed these girls to an unbelievable degree. Additionally, the reality star Robyn Brown simply excels at budgeting compared to the rest of you. The reason Robyn owns the McMansion, has extra land, flaunts expensive but gaudy art, and possesses jewelry for her children, plus her name on more KP lots, is that she's mastered the art of managing her finances. She truly outshines the original wives when it comes to budgeting. Let's not dwell on the debt she arrived with. That's off the table. The sheer nerve of that woman. So she didn't know how to pay a bill, improve her credit score, or even cook. That's what a nanny is for, obviously. I can't imagine how anyone else was utilizing their nanny budget. It probably went to waste on things like scoliosis surgery. She's completely lost her way, or has more neck than a giraffe. You need actual money to budget. Her strategy for managing debt involved marrying someone else's husband who happens to be on television and ensuring the bills are visible to him. The nerve. Plus, Sister Wives star Robyn Brown really confused me. That ridiculous implication that she's more financially savvy than the OG3, which is why she enjoys nice things, was astonishing. That's all I could muster because my mind is about to explode. She entered the family already in debt, and they all had to help her get out of it. Suggesting she managed her finances better than Janelle is absolutely ludicrous. I can't tell if she's clueless or a brilliant manipulator. I wish all the OG3 would take Kody to court for back child support, or at least threaten to, so they could claim their fair share of the family resources they contributed to. At first, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Something along the lines of, maybe your priorities were different. Excuse me, but getting your daughter spinal surgery seems like a much bigger priority than one of Robyn's Precious Moments figurines. And let's not forget the trip to Hawaii, which Robyn financed with her grocery money. Meanwhile, she chastised a child for wanting a bowl of cereal and had that awful sign on her fridge instructing everyone to ask permission before taking anything. Yeah, that's a fantastic way to create a sense of unity among the kids. However, I was just watching last night's episode, and did I hear Kody correctly? I wasn't ever going to leave them, no matter how much I didn't love them. While he's crying and playing the victim, I have a genuine question. What kind of mental illness makes someone so oblivious and lacking in self-awareness? And how does Robyn find anything appealing about staying with and defending this man? He refuses to acknowledge the church and their BS when Meri wants a release, but then turns around and insists he can't leave them, they must leave instead. I don't understand why he thinks he still deserves a planet or whatever their religion promises when he treats these women so poorly. Surely you must be a decent person and a good husband to earn that planet, not just marry people you don't love and have children with them. As well as, Eve noticed a lot of criticism surrounding Tata farms, so I wanted to share my perspective. As someone who previously owned a working farm, I have a deeper understanding of agricultural businesses than most. From what I see on their website, Tata aims to primarily serve as a wedding and event venue, as well as a tourist destination for flower picking, rather than focusing on wholesale production. They're cultivating sturdy flowers from seed, not bulbs, and creating a pleasant atmosphere rather than growing prize orchids. With just a bit of drip irrigation, it should be relatively low maintenance. Tata provides fans a chance to connect with the show's stars without the commitment of an expensive stay at Meri or Christine's properties. It also appeals to influencers who enjoy great photo opportunities. There will always be a market for beautiful wedding venues. Regarding the rollout, I think it's clever that they launched the business before it's fully developed. The VVR girls employed this strategy with Something About Her and experienced tremendous success, raising startup funds through merchandise. Personally, I'm excited to follow their journey as they build this business. They could even consider creating a sunflower maze and charging a $5 entrance fee, or plant rows of tulips and also charge for entry. Many farms in my area do this, transforming the region into a tourist hotspot during those 2 seasons. Plus, it's less labor-intensive compared to growing vegetables and fruits. However, Sister Wives star Janelle Brown mentioned that her, Meri Brown, and Kody Brown's names are on several lots. Legally, doesn't this strengthen Janelle's position? As a co-owner, wouldn't this be more about partnership division rather than property division in a dissolved marriage? If I were in Janelle's shoes, I would team up with Meri to pressure Kody into taking action regarding that property. I appreciate that Janelle wants Meri to receive her fair share of community property. Despite any personal issues between them, Janelle has always treated Meri with fairness and respect. When Meri and Kody divorced so Kody could marry Robyn, Janelle expressed discomfort because she had always trusted Meri as the legal wife, to be fair to the other wives and children if anything happened to Kody. She didn't feel the same trust in Robyn. Moreover, Sister Wives star Kody Brown ignores Christine's daughter Isabel Brown, leaving her visibly uncomfortable. She looks like she's on the verge of tears. Poor girl. Isabel realizes that while she was facing a critical surgery, they chose hundreds of gaudy wall decorations. His suggestion that she travel alone from Arizona to New Jersey for significant spinal surgery, just to avoid disrupting him, was the last straw for her. He should definitely be the one to reach out first. After all, he is the parent. This is just another instance of how he is a truly awful father. Additionally, it's a two-way street, says Sister Wives star Robyn Brown. I understand that Maddie is now an adult, but she is still your child. For Robyn to say that repairing their relationship is a mutual effort infuriates me. How could she say that? Robyn feels entitled to express this because Maddie isn't her child. She used to criticize her during her teenage years and is part of the group that was not pleased with the news of Maddie's pregnancy with Saul. Robyn clearly has a disdain for the original 13. They compete for Kody's attention and the family resources that could benefit her children. Plus, one positive result is that they truly love and enjoy each other's company so much. I found the funniest moment to be when Aspen told Mitch, "Whatever they do there, I'll do for you." It may be cheesy, but it really made me laugh. Hunter was cracking up too. I appreciate how Hunter is present at every family gathering. Aspen definitely seems to love partying and having fun, just like Hunter. This represents the best aspect of a genuine family. It's something that Kody, Robyn, and their kids will never experience again. The authentic bond between the children of the original wives is the greatest gift that came from the plural family. However, does Sister Wives star Robyn Brown wear a Rolex? She described it as a family watch, similar to how she claimed her house was meant to be a family house. In reality, it's a Tag Heuer. I remember seeing Kody wear it several seasons ago, and suddenly it was on Robyn's wrist. That made me suspect they were involved in much more than anyone realized. Can you imagine your sister wife, who's a total pain, flaunting a Rolex while you're struggling to scrape together enough money for your child's spinal surgery? Plus, anyone else feel this way? Kody Brown is completely oblivious to how he's ruined everything. Robyn has no idea that the other women are gone for good. It makes me think they don't even watch the show. Robyn seems clueless about how her house ended up in just her and Kody's names, even though it was purchased with money from the family, Janelle, Meri, and Christine. Honestly, I'm insulted that Kody and Robyn think the audience is foolish enough to believe anything they say. I find myself throwing my dog's soft toys at the screen whenever these two annoy me, which is pretty much every time they appear. My husband is convinced I'm going to break the TV. Robyn practically admitted that they crowdfunded her house, thanks to Janelle, Christine, and Meri, but she claims her finances have always been separate from Kody's. So she's only ever taken from the family but never contributed to it. And she's puzzled about why Janelle wants her money back. Her excuse is that her house was meant for everyone, yet they restricted access for everyone during coronavirus. As well as, the reality star Christine Brown has always been a bit extra, so it makes perfect sense that she would gather everyone together for an official public declaration, followed by formal announcements to each of the kids. Janelle, on the other hand, keeps her cards close and tends to focus on logistics. I can totally understand why she wouldn't feel the need to have a closure conversation with Kody, and why she might hesitate to discuss it with Christine. She wants to avoid drama and unwanted advice. Instead, she'll do what's necessary and consult a lawyer to ensure a fair division of assets. Meri is meticulous, dotting her I's and crossing her T's, and she firmly believes in their faith. I expect her to hold on for as long as possible before eventually seeking a formal release. So if this logic holds, What kind of divorce would Robyn have if Kody and Robyn don't make it? She'll likely go to the elders of their church, portraying herself as the victim because she stayed sweet, while claiming Kody is a bad husband who drove away my sister wives. She'll probably take all their shared assets and then find another wealthy husband who will take in her kids and pay off her debts. Also, already more successful than my sister wives' closet. Can't help but feel a little FOMO. It seems like starting with something simple that many people will wear like t-shirts at a reasonable price of $25 is the way to go. Kody gets sued on Saturday, and while the pathetic business Robyn created fails miserably, Janelle's venture receives overwhelming support on Sunday. I absolutely love how much those two must be seething right now. What I find most exciting about this is that Janelle is truly passionate about gardening and farming, and it's paying off. Meri is dedicated to her family's B&B, and that's also thriving. Christine is finding success with her cooking. Meanwhile, those who shall not be named tried to impose their superficial passions on everyone else, and it backfired. They lack genuine pride and joy in anything. They just wanted to control the family and the family business, saying things like, "I guess I'm the CEO and Robyn is the CFO." Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear whether you agree or disagree. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for future updates. Your feedback is important, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.